Hi friends, welcome back to this quick advanced yoga practice. This practice is for those of you who want to sneak in all those advanced poses, but you don't have time to take an hour-long class. So let's get right to it. We'll start on our hands and knees. We're just taking a couple moments to circle the shoulders around the wrist, the hips around your knees, to warm up the spine. Especially if you're doing any arm balances, it's really good to have the wrists warmed up. If you want to flip your wrist back towards your knees, that feels really good. Go both directions if you're making circles. And if your wrists are flipped, turn them back to face forward, tuck your toes, downward facing dog. First down dog, you can pedal out your feet or drop the heels side to side to stretch the side body. I trust that you know what to do for your body. Start to round your spine forward to a plank pose. Contract, engage your core as you come forward, and then drop your hips, tuck-toed, upward facing dog. Exhale, back to a downward facing dog. Inhale, reach your left leg up and back, bend your knee. You can open up your hip here. If you'd like, step your left foot behind your right, wild thing, or if you have a full wheel from here, it's super early, but you can go for it. If you're in a full wheel, start to close it back off. Left hand comes back to meet your right, three-legged dog. Inhale, reach your left leg up and back. Exhale, step the left foot all the way forward. Anjaneyasana, drop the right knee down. I like to lift my hips back in space a little bit. Pull the left hip back, right hip forward. And then as you lunge into your left knee, keep pressing down through the pinky toe side of your right foot to wrap the right hip forward. You can reach up with your arms, maybe grab opposite elbows, Kali Mudra. Maybe make a basket for your head, whatever you'd like. Take one more breath here. And then circle your hands down. Modified pyramid pose. Tuck your right toes, lift the knees, shift the hips back in space as you straighten your left leg. Pulling the hips back, long in your spine. If it's accessible, you can fold. Opening up the back line of your left leg. Nice, start to bend into your left knee. Crawl the hands forward, standing split over your left leg. Right leg lifts up towards the sky. If you're staying in a standing split, press down through the left big toe mound as you wrap your outer left hip back. Ooh, that's intense. If you want to take some handstand hops here, you can. Straight elbows, press into the floor, protract the shoulder blades, and you could take a couple hops. If you're in a handstand, land your left foot down, step your right foot to the back of the mat, high lunge, lift your torso up. You can bend your right knee, your back right knee, sink the hips low, pull the left hip back, right hip forward. Reach your arms up, maybe take a little bit of a back bend here. From here, palms to the center of your chest. Lean forward, torso about the length of your thigh, twist, right elbow outside your left knee. Inhale for length. Exhale, revolve the right rib cage underneath your left. Option to stay here. You can drop your back knee at any point. If you want to take an arm balance, you can plant the hand outside the left foot and go for it. Nice, slowly come back. Plant the hands in front of your mat. Step back to a high plank. You can add a vinyasa here, or just meet back in a downward facing dog. Nice downward facing dog option here. You could take a child's pose if you want to rest. If you'd like, elbows down, forearm plank. If you'd like, walk the feet in, dolphin pose, or you have a forearm balance. You can kick up a couple times. Keep the weight in your elbows. And maybe take a couple hops, Pincha Mayurasana practice. Safe landing. We'll all meet in a child's pose for a moment. Nice. I like to take a moment in child's pose to allow the breath to slow down. When you're ready, downward facing dog. Crawl the hands to the front of your mat. Inhale, reach your right leg up and back. Bend the knee, open up your hip. You can step the right foot behind your left. Wild thing here, maybe a full wheel if you took it before. See what this side's like. Start to close it off. Three-legged dog. Inhale, right leg reaches up and back. Exhale, right foot steps all the way forward. Drop the left knee down. Anjaneyasana. Again, I like to shift the hips back in space. Right hip back, left hip forward as you lunge into your right knee. Keep wrapping outer left hip forward. Whatever you want to do with your arm. One more breath in. Exhale, unwind. Modified pyramid, tuck the left toes, shift the hips back in space, lift the back knee. Right hip back. And you can fold over your right leg. Soften the right knee, standing split on the right side. If you're staying in the standing split, press down to the big toe mound of your right foot. Wrap the outer right hip back. Gets really nicely into the IT band, lateral line. If you're taking some handstand hops, you can take some handstand hops. I'm feeling a little wobbly today, but wherever you are, never take anything too seriously. Handstanders, safe journey down. Right foot forward, left foot steps back, high lunge. You could bend your left knee, sink your hips low, right hip back, left hip forward. And maybe take a back bend. If you like to reach your arms up, you can. From here, palms to the center of your chest, lean forward, twist left elbow outside your right knee. Inhale for length. Exhale for depth. Stay here. You can drop your back knee at any moment. If you're practicing the arm balance, plant the hands outside your right leg. Shift away towards your hands. Point through the toes. Come back to center. Plant the hands. Step back. You can add a vinyasa or straight to downward dog. Nice downward dog. Walk your feet and hands to the center of the mat to meet right in the middle of the mat. Padahastasana. Slide the hands underneath your feet. Inhale for length. Exhale, toes massage your wrists and fold. And then release it. Come to a malasana, a squat. So some of you can stay in the malasana, the squat pose. Others, if you want to practice crow pose, we'll take some crow pose variations. So just watch for a moment. Crow pose, if you're just working on crow, look about 1.5 feet forward. I imagine you're not just working on crow if you're taking the class. So we'll come into a crow, maybe single-legged crow. Right, one leg back, then the other. Maybe take it to a kondinyasa. If you take it to one side, transfer it over to the other. Nice, and have fun. So go for whatever variation you want to take. Beautiful. When you're done, we'll just take a child's pose. Nice. Allow your head to rest. Exhale out through your mouth. Crawl the hands back. Come sit up on your heels. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank yourselves for showing up and dedicating this time to your practice. Hope you had fun, this quick little inversion flow, whatever you want to call it. And comment, like, subscribe. Let me know what you want to see next. Namaste.